Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Trina, and in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my mid-year Techou Kaigi for 2024. It is an update of all of the planners and journals that I've been using for the year, and I'm going to show you what worked, what didn't work, and what's new to the lineup for the rest of 2024. So if you haven't seen my 2024 Techou Kaigi, the original one that I did for Vlogmas last year, I will link it down in the description if you're interested. But basically, this is already a spoiler, like a rundown of all of the notebooks that I have for that list, and then what new journals or planners I have added throughout the year for the last 6 months. So in the beginning of 2024, I have basically these journals. I have 13 notebooks that were ongoing, not necessarily every day. In my case, some of them I use in a monthly basis, sometimes in a weekly basis. Sometimes I call them like my whenever journals. My whenever journals are mostly like my anime review journal, my reading journal, the journals that I do not have a specific time frame to use. I just log in there whenever I finish a book, finish a movie, and those sorts of things. In the beginning of 2024, I believe I had 13. I actually had a list here. I have a list here to the side that I originally written down of all of the notebooks that I have from the past Techou Kaigi, because I know that I would film this video and I don't want to like scroll through my whole Techou Kaigi video before doing this one. And I'm kind of sad to say that there are 5 that are not in the stack, like from the previous 13 notebooks, because I could not for the life of me find them. One of them, I'm just going to list them down right off the bat. One of them is my media journal. My media journal is a blank notebook that a bank gave us like 1 year during the New Year's for their patrons. And I use that for my media journal. I journal or anime journal or log in movies there, not necessarily animated, that I find that I really love and want to journal about. At the end of January, I kind of ditched it for another journal, or like it's too redundant, or I don't have that many movies or shows that I would like to journal about, and it was taking up space in my shelf. So I decided to put it in storage, and I cannot find it in storage anymore. It is similar to my anime review companion. It was a lined notebook that it was like skinny. It was like this one, but like longer. It was a hardbound notebook. It was one of my favorite notebooks actually, but I cannot find it anymore. But I also did not use it like when I watch anime. Like the purpose for the anime review journal companion is that in one day I tend to watch 2 or 3 series, like finish 2 or 3 like short series, and I tend to write like my reactions, names, because I'm so bad at names when it comes to anime. I write it down there just so that once I go to my review journal, I would have like these notes already of my initial reactions to the show once I do the review portion. But I did not do that anymore because I kind of like, I didn't feel like it was necessary. So I also ditched that. I also did not use my A6 Rings Commonplace notebook. Like, I don't know, I did not feel like I am using it that much anymore. It was a jelly cover ring binder on A6 that I really loved using last year, but somehow this year I didn't find the need to use it, so I decided to ditch that one as well. And then my Genshin Journal Volume 3, I don't know if I really started this or not, because I cannot find, I thought I placed it in my shelf, like my shelf of all of my unused notebooks, so that I could see all of them. I could not find it. And I also slumped a bit when it comes to Genshin. I don't have any more like a printer at home, so I couldn't print any photos of me and my friends playing co-op. Some of my friends actually stopped playing Genshin. That's why the community, I guess, that I belong to is kind of slumping or like totally stopped playing Genshin after Honkai Star Rail. After now Wuthering Waves, like they moved on from Genshin, and like it's totally like, to them it's like a dead game. But to me, I still don't have my C6 Wanderer, so I'm not going to stop playing as of the moment. And the last one that is not in here is my weekly planner notepad. I decided to use another journal that you will see later because it was like a redundant thing, and I would like to use this bigger planner rather than the notepad. So yeah, I'm going to go through what are these in front of you, tell you if they work or if they did not work, and we're just going to go right into it. I'm going to begin with all of the journals that have worked and I am still currently using. One of them being this one. So I'm going to move these to the side first, just so we could see. If you are a regular when it comes to my channel, you would have seen my yearly and monthly journals already. I have a quiet flip through of this already up in my channel. You can see all of the pages that I have been consistent with for the first 6 months of 2024. This has been a fun journal that I just kept to the side. I only log in here whenever there is like a highlights or something that happened within the month. For example, these pages, like my highlights page, these pages are the only ones that I'm more consistent with because it's like very much like dumping all of the memories that happened in the month in these pages, and this is what I have grown accustomed to since last year, so that's why I've been more consistent with filling out these pages per month. And also my plan with me's and also editing or like inputting all of the data that I have for my yearly goals are also in these pages. So this is one that I have been keeping consistent within the year, and I don't know if this could still fit 5 more months because I already have July here, but I'm hoping that it could fit 5 more months in this journal because I would like to have like one whole journal for my whole 2024 monthly pages. So I'm hoping I'm going to do my best to stretch this notebook as much as I can. The second one that I normally am consistent with is my 5-year journal. I have been keeping consistent with this for the whole 6 months. Just one or a few lines a day using my Parker 51 fountain pen. This is the fountain pen that I'm using with Parker quill ink inside that is in the blue black. And I just use my fountain pen in this like practice, writing 1 line a day, like a memory keeping sort of situation. And if I'm able to stretch this journal as well, I am going to be using this maybe probably more than 5 years. I have been happy using this, even though I'm not as consistent as I wanted to be. Like I wanted this to be like when I, before I sleep at night or the morning before, I would like to write 1 line per day of the previous day or something like this, wherein I ranted about a book or an audiobook that I have listened to recently, and just what happened in the day is what I do here or input here, and it has been enjoyable. And I sometimes go back and see what happened in a day, and I would like to see what will happen next year as I log in here, because a lot of things will probably change. So I also have like a 5-year journal previously, or was it a 5-year journal or a 3-year journal? I actually forgot. But it was like super fun to look back and see what difference a year has happened in a particular day, especially like when it comes to a birthday or some significant day, an anniversary or whatever. It's kind of fun to see the differences that happen within the year. Next one is my Cozy and Chaos weekly memory keeping binder. This is the binder that I use almost every week this year to memory keep and also like be more creative and decorate in this doing like tip-ins, using up my stash. Like this is like my journal for me using up more and more of my stationery stash, my magazine clippings, postcards, receipts that I've been keeping and hoarding, tickets, and it's like an overview of what happened within the week that I sit down to vlog and decorate and talk to you guys about what happened, updating whatever happened in that week. So this has been fun, although I do feel a little bit of like a slump or like not that motivated or inspired to do stuff in this journal, because I'm starting to run out of like the stuff that I normally like to use, and I am still thinking about what can I do with the remaining stuff that I have. Should I dispose of it, recycle it, whatever, give it away, some of the washi tapes that I don't want to use anymore? And I'm still deliberating, because as you can see here in the remaining like months, or like weeks rather, in the month, the pages are like uninspiring to me. So I need to really find a way to bring back the spark in making spreads for this particular journal. But that is a problem for a future me. I should probably not put it there because it is like shadow. And probably the last consistent thing in this stack of ours is my anime review journal. This was an Animal Crossing journal that I had. I do have like postcards here in the front. But I decided to use this as my anime review journal number 5. I have been consistent with this in the beginning of the year. Once it's like near, like say March, I kind of did not watch much anime. Like May, April, May like one, I only have one, and then it moves on to June. Like I haven't been watching a lot of anime recently. But my goal for this year, since it's like only 25 entries left in this journal, if I could be able to like watch 25 more series and animated movies, this journal is going to be done, and I'm going to be done with it. So that is like a goal of mine for the rest of 2024. Watch 25 more anime or something just to fill up the page and finish this, because some of the entries here are like still blank, as you can see here. Like I haven't really updated, I haven't even written the review. I just wrote the synopsis and like the information, but my review for this I have not finished yet. So this is something of a project that I will be doing more and more in the coming few months. This journal I am actually still supposed to be using, because this is my manga journal, but I have not logged in anything in here except, did I? I forgot. Oh, I didn't even finish my 2023 because my home hero, I don't think I finished this manga. This was supposed to be my creepy psychological horror sort of entries. I did happen to read 3 more manga this year, like 3 titles this year. Also like the creepy cursed manga, but I have not logged in my entries here yet. I haven't touched this because it was on my shelf and I didn't gravitate toward it recently, so I really need to update this because I have read 3 and completed 3, which is part of like my 2024 goals, is to read actually 15 completed manga, and I only have done 3 and it's already past 6 months. So this is something that I'm going to work on after filming this video probably. Next are the few journals that I have here that I either started with but did not touch at all. So we're going to start with this one. This is my chunky YouTube journal. It chunked up a bit actually because I've been decorating in here. Like, let me show you a page that is not really like I'm done with and will not spoil whatever it is in here, because I do write analytics, plans for future videos in this. So I could probably show this because this is like 2023 January journaling prompts. I also collage in here like all of the stuff that I have not used up in like my other journal. I collage in here like these. Like I do a little bit of journaling here in the past, like 2023, and when 2024 came around, I did not use this for some reason. Like I just made videos and post and like not log anything else. So this has been like not used until recently because I am starting to like brainstorm different video ideas for October, for my Vlogtober supposed situation. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do Vlogtober or Vlogmas or both, or do something different for my birth month. My birth month is October, so I am doing like more videos when it comes to the month of October, and I'm planning on all of the videos that I would like to film because I have ideas, and I put my YouTube ideas in my YouTube journal. So I have not been using this, but somehow I have picked it back up. And as for these 3, totally did not use this. I started out with this. This is my journal number 23 for my daily writing journal, like memory keeping, just simple chicken scratch journaling. And I am not somehow motivated to use this. I did use this until March. And then once April rolled around, I only did 1 page and then I gave up because I did not want to use it. And I don't know if I'm still going to continue using this in a future, somehow in the future me will pick this back up because I don't want to be wasteful when it comes to my notebooks, but somehow I'm just not motivated to use like this sort of lined paper. I was picking this up, like these 2 I picked up because it reminded me of me back in college using these types of journal, and I wanted like a spark of nostalgia when it comes to like my journaling, writing down, and just writing in general. But somehow I started not picking these up. Like it's not my style anymore. this one being my daily writing and this one being my reading journal. I also have my mini reading journal. I think this is the journal that I started with in 2024, and then I have like this FOMO situation when it comes to like having very pretty bound reading journals that I've been seeing like a bunch of booktubers do, because I've been doing like these types, like annotation journals, because it's either I don't want to write in my book itself, or maybe these are just digital versions of the book, so I don't have anywhere to write them on or annotate or whatever. So I've written these down in this mini journal just to try it out, do vocabs and such, and I did not like this at all anymore. So I'm probably going to make a to-do list out of this, just to use up the pages, because it's tiny, it could fit in my bag or purse or whatever. And yeah, these are the 3 and also the 5 ones that I couldn't find anymore. So there are 8 out of the, I'll say 7, because I don't think I counted this with 13. I think I counted this one. So there are 7 journals out of the 13 that I have in my Techou Kaigi in the beginning of the year that did not work for me. So yeah, these are the ones plus the 5 ones that I cannot find anymore, that I am sadly going to put back in my shelf. Not necessarily to rot, but I will find a new purpose for them. Hopefully use them up in the coming years if I can for a different purpose. And yeah, I'm going to show you now all of the journals that I have brought in throughout the year that I find I have more fun using. So I just took out 3 from the stack and added 3 more in the stack. These are the journals that I have been using almost every day. Actually, these are the new ones that I have brought into 2024. I think I'm missing one. It's not supposed to be just 3, I guess. I think I'm missing one. Hold on a second. And so what do you know? I did miss one. So these are the 4 notebooks, journals, planners, whatever that I have added in 2024. I believe these two planners actually came in after I posted the Techou Kaigi. If I have known that these 2 would arrive, I would probably have not included my 23rd journal, daily writing journal, as well as the memo pad and the A6 rings. I probably would not have put them in my Techou Kaigi for 2024 if only these have arrived early, because I believe these arrived in the middle of January and I just filled it in, backfilled all of the pages. So these 2, I will begin with this one. This one is a monthly planner supposedly, but I decided to make this my very creative monthly 1 line a day pages. I do have a flip through of this every time I do my wrap up for the month in my journals, but I could just show you because it's just 6 pages. And I like to get cutesy in this journal, writing 1 line a day, what happened, some fun things that happened. On the side, I used to put like my anime that I watched for the month, and then it slowly transitioned into what I was reading in the month, because I've been reading more than I've been watching. And yeah, it's just like something creative that I do at the end of every month, decorating, memory keeping. Some are like gacha related, some are like me going out related, and just fun stuff, like something that I want to remember that day by. I tend to put it in here. And the next one that we have here is a monthly and weekly planner, and I decided to use this as a memory keeping as well. Like after the fact, I tend to write to-do lists and then forget about them. So what I decided to do is that after the fact, once I have finished a task, I would write it down and like check it off. It's like me having this hit of dopamine every time I check off the task. Even though I know that I have done the task even before, I've written it down in my journal. So this became like, this also has a monthly. So this is not as redundant as I expected it to be, because this is more like at a glance sort of memory keeping, and then also like my gacha at the side. But it's like this. I put in big capitals or like big letters and such when it comes to like an event. I also put like reactions to books that I've read here, things that I've done. I check it off, and it's just fun. It's a very fun place for me to write down my thoughts and feelings without being too Dear Diary sort of situation. I've written stuff in bullet form, all of the stuff that I have done within a day or whatever happened. and just be a little bit of creative. I don't know. This is just a fun place for me to memory keep, and also like use my sticker stash and then write down thoughts. It's like an everything journal sort of situation. So you can see here, it's like chaos, but it's also fun. And because of this journal, I also used up a bunch of my stickers. And yeah, this is like something that I use almost every day. If I'm not using this, I'm probably like reading or doing my crochet projects. And if I finish those projects, then I will just go back and fill in the pages. And it's been fun. It's been a place for me to enjoy all of my stationery. And yeah, I would like to have another one of these in the future. This is Victoria's journals. I also like sticker bombed the front and the back with all of my anime stickers that I have. This was just only given to us. I did not buy this actually, but in like the next year, if I'm able to find this again, this particular journal, I like this format. I would like to purchase this type of journal or planner again and use it for next year. I've already decorated a bunch of like the monthlies in advance. And yeah, this is like my new favorite sort of memory keeping journal. It's supposed to be a planner, I know, but this is how I used it and how it has been fun and working for me. The second one I have here is my new and improved reading journal. As I've said, I have felt a bunch of times FOMO when it comes to pretty reading journals, hardbound notebooks of like booktubers that I have seen, and also journalers, and I decided to just use this one. This notebook I bought during my first ever trip to Cebu City after COVID. It's like my first trip after COVID, and I wanted like a souvenir for myself. I bought this, have not touched it for like a year or two, I guess 2 years, and then I ended up deciding to use this as my reading journal, and I really love ginkgo leaves. It's like my favorite motif of all time, and decided to use this as my reading journal. I will have a flip through of my reading journal, like half year update for you guys in the near future. I believe it will come out after I post this Techou Kaigi, but it has been fun. Another place for me to use up a bunch of my scrap pieces of paper, stickers, and just use up a bunch of stuff while enjoying reading and reacting to like books that I have read. And this has been a successful thing. Like, I enjoyed using this more than the tinier version or the steno notebook, and I have been like looking at this actually, not necessarily using this just so I could log my reading, but I also flip through these like almost every day. Just to look at the spreads. I know that it's kind of weird, but I really love looking at these spreads and finding like the inspiration to try different things, even though some of these spreads, like, I really didn't like what I did with the Carmilla spread, but it made me more creative and try new things. Like, for example, this is like a whole page from an old Starbucks planner that I had. I tore out that page and tore up a hole in the middle so that it could become like a frame for my TBR for Q2. Something different from me for this year, and I've been enjoying it. And I think that's the important thing when it comes to like your journals and your planners. If it works for you, then just go head first, dive into it, and enjoy the stuff that you have. And if it doesn't work, don't force yourself to stick with it if you're not enjoying it. And that's the purpose of our journals and planners anyway, is for us to both be organized, be functional, but also enjoy it enough to use it on a day-to-day basis. And the last one that we have here is a recent purchase. This is my new daily writing journal. I've been using my fountain pen in this. This is a Kinbor grid journal, just a grid notebook. Basically, I don't have the money to buy a Hobonichi, even though I would just like a Hobonichi notebook of some sort, but I don't have the money, as I've said, and I wanted like the feel of a notebook that could handle fountain pen. So at first I thought, this is like fountain pen. This is my Parker, and it bled through a bit, or like ghosted through a bit, and I decided to use a regular gel pen for this. And I was super precious with this, like writing in it pretty straight, hoping I won't make a mistake, even though I did. It doesn't matter. And I wrote something here in this page that I did not like, so I had to cover it up with this ponyo like photo. and I decided, what the heck, I should not be precious when it comes to like my journal, because it will only give me anxiety and make me not pick up my journal as much as I hope to use it. So I decided, like, what the heck, let's just use my fountain pen. If it bleeds, it bleeds. Let's do whatever. And I started using my fountain pen and slanted my penmanship like I normally would write. This is like my normal handwriting on a day-to-day basis. Tipped in my June wrap-up here because I forgot to do it. Just on a regular sheet of paper. Wrote down a little calendar here. I have not updated this yet, but wrote down a calendar here to the side of like some sort of like a one line a day, and just wrote in here. July 6th is actually like my last entry here. It is already like the 9th today, so I don't necessarily do this every day, but whenever I have something sort of like a dream journaling or like something happened within the day, I will pick this up and write a few entries about the day, and I have been enjoying it ever since. So this is going to last me quite a bit if I'm not going to write in this daily, but I'm hoping that this will last more than like a year for me, because this was quite already expensive, to be perfectly honest, for a notebook. So hopefully I won't really chunk it up that much, because I don't want to put more stickers than I already have. This was like a mistake. I decided, like, when I stuck these in here, I decided I won't be doing that and just simply write. Like, I'll just write maybe a sticker or two to decorate the page, but not more than one per spread is like my go-to as of the moment. So that is the last of the additional notebooks that I have for my stack for 2024. And so this is the new stack. Instead of 13 journals, it is now 10 journals. And for the end of 2024, there is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 5 here that is going to retire at the end of 2024, but it's still lesser compared to what I started with, and I'm a little bit more happier with these journals. So we have my yearly, my monthlies, my weekly, my dailies, and then my whenever stack. So yeah, this has been fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this little update that we have here for today, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, guys, take care and bye.